The top 5 is where that really comes into play, as we open up with Incineroar. Once again, I feel it right to mention doubles a bit, as Incineroar quite possibly is the best Pokemon in all of doubles. All it needed was the Intimidate ability, and it suddenly became top tier. Like, seriously, if you stick this on anyone's team in the VGC format, there's gonna be a place for it, even if the rain is coming down. It succeeds in using moves like Fake Out and Parting Shot as its main reason for being in battle. That's crazy to see out of a starter Pokemon like this. And whether you're using Flare Blitz to do massive damage, or having it taunt, you're bound to screw up an opposing team one way or another. Go ahead and pivot out with U-Turn, or perhaps just go Swords Dance and just scorch the earth. There are a ton of great things Incineroar can do with its decent bulk and strong attack stat, with the only thing counting as a strike against it being that speed. You guys don't need me to sell this cat any further. It's super good, and the next 4 Pokemon are somehow even better. Volcarona is the only thing stepping in between us and a cavalcade of starter Pokemon in this top 5. So shout out to Unova for breaking up the monotony one last time on the list. There is no better fire type when it comes to setting up than this thing. Quiver Dance is a top tier setup move, and considering the fact that Volcarona is already specially bulky, it doesn't have to worry too much about not being able to set up. I mean, just one stage being added to base 105 special defense, 100 speed, and 135 special attack is enough to make Volcarona kind of unstoppable. Flamethrower or Fiery Dance both work as good stab moves for its fire typing. And with either Roost or Giga Drain for recovery, it can be self-sustaining when out on the battlefield. Honestly, I feel a bit silly even needing to talk this much about why Volcarona is one of the best fire types. It's only in the number 4 spot because the next 3 start to enter the upper echelon of all competitive Pokemon in general. If you're in doubles, run some Rage Powder and watch the dominoes fall where they will. Volcarona is top tier, and I'd be stunned if it wasn't even higher on the bug type list. Now we come to the 3rd place spot of the day, Sinnoh's flame Pokemon, Infernape. It is one of my favorites in the entirety of the Sinnoh region, and as you can see, one of the top fire Pokemon in the meta. My boy here is a jack of all trades, serving as a speedy attacker on either side of the coin, and it's even capable of playing into its 74 base defense sometimes. When you play competitively in BDSP, you can turn to Infernape as a great lead, setting up Stealth Rocks or even Nasty Plot to drive its special attack even higher. It has priority in Mach Punch, which of course plays nicely with Iron Fist, and it can get in and out of battle with ease using U-Turn. For stab, you can run Flamethrower, Fire Blast, or Overheat depending on what you're going for, and then throw in Close Combat for good measure on a mixed set. Infernape is just so flexible in how you wish to use it, and easily could have been the best fire type if not for these next 2. Like, any of these top 4 could be the best Pokemon of many other typings. But fire is just too stacked. The penultimate spot today is taken by Blaziken, previously the greatest fire type we'd ever seen. Now that it's without its Mega, and the meta has changed a bit, it has been overtaken. But don't get it twisted, it's still one of the best of all time. It's got speed boost for an ability. Do I really need to go on? It'll basically never be outsped in battle, which means it can set up a Swords Dance once and then just sweep. That's really it. You pull out Close Combat and Flare Blitz and, profit? I don't know what else to say about Blaziken. I think there's more to talk about with the number 1 spot. And the majority of that is because it has to be explained how it overtakes this god on the battlefield. There is plenty of coverage available to this king, and I'm almost shocked it's not the top option anymore. Though, you know what the top option is already, don't you? It's Cinderace, with its incredible Libero ability. If you Gigantamax it in a doubles battle, you've got a Master of Battle. And if you stick at just singles action, you're going to make every move you ever go for stab. There are few Pokemon anywhere that aren't legendary that can accomplish what Cinderace is capable of. It has base 119 speed and 116 attack, two of the best stats any starter Pokemon has ever had. Go out there with Pyro Ball, provide coverage with Iron Head and High Jump Kick, and even turn to Bulk Up if you want to become unstoppable. It's difficult for anyone to play for Cinderace, and that's why it's sitting in Ubers right now. It's the new King of the Flames, and boy, is it deserving.